Well, hey, Mission Discovery family, my name's Nathan, and I'm here with another ministry update. One of our most popular, beloved projects, Eden, Jamaica. If you've ever been to Eden, it's probably captured your heart, not just because of the work that we do there, but the children we get to play with there. Ms Sophia, you probably met her, the love that she has for what she does. It's a great trip, a great project, and I had the opportunity to speak with Ms Sophia yesterday on the telephone, and I just want to give you some highlights of what she's saying is happening there. First off, she said something really amazing on the phone, and she said, I always knew that the team's coming. I always knew that that was helpful, but now I really know. COVID's really set them back a little bit, a lot of it, really, from what she's saying, and the many things that they have to do to get the school up and running and to keep it running is just a lot. It's a lot on their plate. So they really miss teams right now, because if we were there, we would be able to help with all that. She said that the most difficult thing right now is just the retrofitting of the school. They've had to install hand washing stations, posters, get chemicals. She said, just because we're a school, it's not like they're selling it any cheaper. It's still the same price. And so she's very thankful for Mission Discovery, for teams like Mission Discovery that have given over this time to help them get the school up to par for the students to come back. They are meeting right now. The students are all meeting. However, they're on like an A and B schedule. Half of them, which is like the kindergarten, basic school, will come one week, and then the next week, the high school will come. And while these students are not coming to school face to face, they say, they're at home learning virtually, which presents a whole lot of other problems. The learning virtually thing, if we think about it in the United States and how difficult it is, my wife's a teacher, I get how difficult it is. Now amplify that by like 50, because there aren't enough devices for students to learn. The internet, if you've ever tried to connect to the internet in Jamaica or at the school for the deaf, it's not easy to do. And so and then you're thinking like, okay, if these kids don't have a device to learn from, they're grabbing their parents' phones and learning on their parents' phones. Well, then their parents leave for work if they have a job, and the kids aren't able to learn. So there's a lot of different things happening there virtually. There's just like, yeah, it's not a great situation. At the school, they do a lot of different things, with their bunks. If you've been there, you know that it's a boarding school. So their bunks are like, they'll sleep one kid to a bunk. So one kid will sleep up top, and on the next bunk, the kid will sleep on the bottom. And then on the next bunk, they'll sleep up top, and so you get the picture. They're going like this, and that's how one of the things that they have to do. Another thing that if you've ever been to Jamaica, you may have painted that playground, and if you painted that playground, you know just how big it actually is. It's a big playground, but the mandate is only 2 kids can be on the playground at a time, and so there's just a lot of those different mandates that they're having to meet, and the expectations of, just to keep the school open. If you've been there, you know how these kids capture your heart. They might not be able to hear. They might have some other thing happening with them physically. Ms. Sophia would say they're not disabled, they're differently abled. But these kids capture your heart when you're there, because you love them. And so you know why the staff is sticking with this for forever. And Ms. Sophia, you can hear the passion in her heart when she talks about the children there. And especially one child in particular has a very big prayer request right now. And that's Jaden. If you know or have ever been to the school for the deaf, you probably have seen Jaden, and she's probably run up and hugged you. She's a very lovely child. Jaden, a couple years ago, she was sick, and she's, the whole staff and all of the students fasted and prayed for Jaden to get well, and she did. And now she's sick again with something different. She's sick with lupus now. And so Ms. Sophia, you could tell when she started talking about it, I heard it in her voice, just the heaviness on her heart for Jaden. She wants Jaden to get well. And in order to make that happen, the parents have to take her to a lot of medical appointments and things like that. And it's expensive to go see the doctor there. And so Ms. Sophia is trying to figure out ways to help the parents meet that financial need for Jaden. So along with all of these other things that are happening with the school, and the many different needs that cost money for them, there's also this huge need for Jaden to be well. And so this is our invitation, Mission Discovery. This is the update from Eden, Jamaica, is that the school is functioning, but it does need help. I would say there are 3 ways to help. Number 1, you can pray for Jaden. Pray for Jaden and pray for the other needs at the school. Number 2, I would say pray for the borders to open up. I would say that that COVID-19, we would want to pray that just gets eradicated, knocked out, so that the borders can open back up and we can continue bringing teams to this location. And then number 3, give, donate. That is a very, I don't want to say easy, but it's a very practical thing to do. If we have a little extra, or even if you don't, if you feel like, man, I'm called to do this, and God's tugging on my heart, then give. And there's an easy way to do that. I'll post that on the bottom of this video. And that way, Ms. Sophia could meet the needs of the school and help meet the parents' needs of Jaden. And you know that you guys have already done that. We've already been giving to the school, but we can step it up. And so if you see this video and you're propelled to do that, just please do that. We love you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.